Welcome. My name is Nikinmaa. I'm a junior researcher in the SURE project. And today, together with my colleague Cecilia Fraccaroli, we are going to introduce you to tool Compendium and the risk management actor mapping, which are two of the SURE project deliverables. If you are interested in more what we do in SURE, please check out the video from my colleague Alexander. So without further ado, as my colleague Alexander in his presentation explained, our aims at the SURE project have been improving the forest risk management in Europe by sharing experiences and knowledge. And one way we do this is through the tool Compendium. And the starting point for the tool Compendium has been that we knew in EFI that there is actually a lot of knowledge on forest risk management and on the best practices. However, this knowledge is often very local. It's in the local languages and therefore often not accessible to wider audience and for those who could benefit of this knowledge. Therefore, one of our aims in this project was to create this open access searchable database that anybody who is interested could access the tools and best practices from different parts of Europe. So to gather knowledge, we organized 3 different workshops with 3 different topics. One being storm, the other one was biotic risks, and the last one was forest fires. And to each of these workshops, we invited people from practice, policy, and research to discuss various issues. And before the workshops, we asked participants to fill in a tool template where they could describe some tools that are already used in their countries in forest risk management. Then during the workshops, we would start with introducing the disaster risk management cycle and how we in the SURE project see risk management. After that, we would break into smaller groups to discuss what are the gaps of knowledge and also what are the challenges that hinder efficient risk management in different countries. Based on these discussions, we would often get new interesting ideas for new tools, and therefore we started already developing new tools during the workshop, and this work continued then after the workshop. So how did we do this? Here on the left side, you can see how does the empty tool template look like. There is several categories where different information can be recorded. And then on the right side, you can see how does the search function in the tool Compendium actually works. So one can search based on the level of interest. So for example, forest or enterprise level. One can change also do the phase of the disaster risk management. So is it prevention, preparedness, or reaction? One can also change based on the region or then the disturbance, but of interest. And here you can see an example of a search done. So the level has been defined as society or policy level. Phase has been prevention, region was temperate forest, and disturbance of interest was storm. And there you can see different tools that we have in the database already and who were also the authors of these tools. And here I shortly present a few examples of the tools. So in this one, you can see a tool developed by the Forest Research Institute in Baden-Württemberg. And this current tool in question is Forest Advisory Services, where in case where local actors are overwhelmed with a disturbance or they feel like they don't have adequate knowledge how to deal with this. In Baden-Württemberg, they have developed these expert groups to help to and advise these local actors in need to better improve the risk management in the area. Another example is a little bit more practical tool developed by the State Forest in Poland in response to forest fires, where they daily measure the fuel moisture levels in the forest to determine how likely is to have a forest fire hazard. This has been a brief look at the tool Compendium, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Now I hand over to my colleague Cecilia to explain more about forest risk management actors.
Thank you, Laura. I am Cecilia, the trainee in the SURE project. I will now present you our latest research activity, mapping forest risk management actors. With this activity, we conducted an online survey where we asked two experts in every European countries to name and identify the role of all organizations and institutions involved in forest risk management at organizational level or or land managers, associations, or actors active in communication and education. The aim of this research is to understand how countries are dealing with forest disturbances and which one are the key players in risk management. This work is still in progress, but I can show you some of the first results. For instance, we can see Switzerland. We prepared a map of stakeholders where you can see all the actors involved at governmental level, the land management and associations, and then an organizational chart where you can see all the interdependencies between actors, in which disturbance they are involved and specialized, and which one are the key players. So through this map and this chart, we identify certain attributes that describe the structure of the country. So we look whether the organization is centralized or decentralized, whether which ministries are involved, if the risk assessment is bottom-up or top-down, if both civil defense and civil protection are involved, how is represented the private sector and the researchers, and how the actors are diversified per type of disturbance. This information can be compared across countries in Europe. So for instance, we can also see Croatia, how is organized to face these disturbances. And we can see again the map of stakeholders and the organizational chart. With this research, we want to provide an overview of integrated forest risk management actors and stakeholders. Thank you for listening. If you have any question about the tool Compendium or the map of these forest disturbance management actors, please make them during the conference or contact us by email. And we look forward to meet you at the conference.
Collect, connect, exchange. Science, policy, practice.